One of the real challenges of blended learning is that we have to rely on a mix of in-class study, whether that's face-to-face in a real physical classroom or face-to-face via a platform like Zoom, and digital learning at home, okay? What's often called flipped learning. A lot of the time, we even end up basing what we do in the classroom on the actual flipped learning, which means we're reliant on students basically doing what used to be called homework. And obviously, good students have always been keen to do homework in whatever format it comes in, whether it's pencil and paper or whether it's delivered digitally. Just having something online doesn't necessarily make it more motivating. I think what really makes flipped learning more motivating is integrating it into what we do in class and allowing space for personalisation. So one thing you can do is, if you have a list of language that students are going to be encountering in the next class, with the outcome series we have the vocabulary builder on the ELT outcome site, but you can make your own list of vocabulary. Just send it to students ahead of time, and the most basic thing you can do, ask them just to read through it. Another thing you could do is ask them to write examples of how they think they might use some of the language that they're going to meet. If you want to make it easier, you can limit this to just 5 items perhaps. Also, if you're sending whole sentences, students can record themselves and then test themselves by ing out some of the vocabulary. So they might say something like, the economy is the main issue in this year's election. And then they listen to this back at a later date and they check, the economy is the main issue in this year's election campaign. Okay, so that way there's a kind of test element to it, there's a personalised element to it, and there's an integrative element to it.